Have you ever felt like you're stuck in a never-ending cycle of sadness? Do you sometimes wonder why it's so hard to find joy in the little things? You're not alone. Many people struggle with feelings of depression, and it can feel overwhelming. But what if I told you that ancient wisdom from Buddhism offers powerful tools to help you break free from these feelings and reclaim your happiness? Imagine waking up each day with a renewed sense of purpose and peace. Picture yourself navigating through life's challenges with a calm mind and a light heart. It may seem impossible now, but it's closer than you think. By understanding and applying Buddhist principles, you can learn to overcome depression and find lasting joy. Welcome to Wisdom Woven, where we explore transformative insights drawn from Buddhist teachings to help you live a happier life. In this video, we'll uncover valuable advice on overcoming depression immediately. So, stay tuned as we dive deep into practical strategies that can make a difference in your daily life. There are so many views on this channel, but only 0.2% subscribe. So please like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us continue to share these valuable lessons with everyone seeking peace and happiness. Now, let's embark on this journey together. We will explore the roots of depression, the importance of mindfulness, and how to cultivate a positive mindset. By the end of this video, you will have the tools to start transforming your life right away. So, let's get started. Understanding the roots of depression, a Buddhist perspective. In our journey toward overcoming depression, it is essential to understand its roots. Depression often stems from a combination of our thoughts, emotions, and the circumstances we find ourselves in. From a Buddhist perspective, we recognize that our minds can create suffering, and by identifying its origins, we can begin to heal. First, let's consider the nature of suffering. According to Buddhism, suffering is a part of life. It can arise from attachment to things we desire, or from our aversion to things we wish to avoid. When we cling to moments of happiness or resist feelings of sadness, we create a cycle of pain. For instance, think about a time when you held on to a negative experience, perhaps a failed relationship or a missed opportunity. Instead of letting go, you replayed those moments in your mind, allowing them to affect your current happiness. This attachment can contribute to feelings of depression. The Buddha taught about the Four Noble Truths, which help us understand suffering. The first truth is that suffering exists. The second truth explains that suffering often arises from our cravings and desires. When we desire things to be different than they are, we create inner turmoil. Recognizing this can be a powerful step in our healing journey. The third truth tells us that there is a way to end suffering, and the fourth provides a path to do so. This path is known as the Noble Eightfold Path, which consists of 8 interconnected practices that guide us toward liberation from suffering. These practices include right understanding, right intent, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. In understanding these truths, we can start to recognize the thoughts that contribute to our depression. Are we constantly judging ourselves? Are we comparing our lives to others and feeling inadequate? These thought patterns can deepen our feelings of sadness. By observing our thoughts without judgment, we can start to create distance from them. For example, if you find yourself thinking, "I am not good enough," acknowledge that this is just a thought, not a reality. Another important aspect to consider is how our past experiences shape our present emotions. We all carry emotional baggage from our childhood, relationships, and life events. Sometimes, unresolved trauma can manifest as depression. It's crucial to acknowledge these past experiences and the emotions they bring up. You might feel sadness when thinking about a lost opportunity or grief over a relationship that ended. Recognizing these feelings is the first step toward healing. Buddhism encourages us to embrace our emotions rather than suppress them. If you feel sad, allow yourself to feel that sadness. Sit with it for a moment. Ask yourself, what is this feeling trying to tell me? This practice of mindfulness can help us understand the root cause of our emotions and let go of their hold on us. Meditation is a powerful tool in this process. By taking time to sit quietly and observe your thoughts and feelings, you create space for understanding. Start with a few minutes each day. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. If thoughts arise, acknowledge them, then return your focus to your breath. Over time, This practice can help you become more aware of your thought patterns and emotional responses. Additionally, it is essential to cultivate self-compassion. Often, we are our harshest critics, which can worsen feelings of depression. Instead of judging yourself for feeling sad or lost, try to treat yourself as you would treat a friend. Speak kindly to yourself and acknowledge that it's okay to feel this way. Remember, everyone experiences difficult emotions at some point in their lives. Connecting with others can also be beneficial. Sharing your feelings with trusted friends or family members can help you process what you're going through. Buddhist teachings emphasize the importance of community and support. Surrounding yourself with compassionate individuals can provide comfort and understanding. Engaging in activities that bring you joy can also help alleviate feelings of depression. Whether it's spending time in nature, practicing art, or simply enjoying a good book, allowing yourself to experience joy is essential. Create moments in your day where you focus on what makes you happy, even if they are small. Finally, remember that healing is a journey, not a destination. There will be ups and downs along the way, and that's perfectly okay. Embrace the process and be patient with yourself. Understand that it's normal to have difficult days, but with the tools and insights from Buddhism, you can learn to navigate those feelings. By recognizing the roots of depression and applying these teachings, you can start to transform your relationship with your thoughts and emotions. In the next part, we will explore the powerful practice of mindfulness and how it can be a beacon of light in your journey toward overcoming depression. The power of mindfulness in combating depression. In the hustle and bustle of our daily lives, we often forget to be present. Our minds wander to the past or worry about the future, leaving us feeling anxious and heavy-hearted. This is where mindfulness comes in. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present in the moment, observing our thoughts and feelings without judgment. It allows us to experience life as it unfolds, helping us connect with ourselves and our surroundings. Imagine sitting quietly and noticing the sensations in your body. Feel the warmth of the sun on your skin or the coolness of the breeze. As you breathe in, pay attention to the air filling your lungs, and as you breathe out, release any tension or worry. This simple practice can ground you, helping to alleviate feelings of depression. When we practice mindfulness, we create a space between ourselves and our thoughts. Instead of becoming overwhelmed by negative feelings, we can observe them as passing clouds. We realize that just because we feel sad doesn't mean we are sad forever. This understanding is crucial in combating depression. It teaches us that feelings are temporary. They come and go like waves in the ocean. In Buddhist teachings, mindfulness is often practiced through meditation. Meditation doesn't have to be complicated or lengthy. Even a few minutes each day can make a difference. You can start by sitting comfortably, closing your eyes, and focusing on your breath. Notice each inhale and exhale. If your mind begins to wander, gently bring your attention back to your breath. Over time, this practice helps you cultivate a deeper awareness of your thoughts and feelings. As you grow in your mindfulness practice, you'll notice that you become more aware of your thought patterns. You might find that you often think negative thoughts about yourself. Recognizing this is the first step toward changing those patterns. Instead of letting those thoughts control you, you can observe them, acknowledge them, and let them go. This shift in perspective is empowering. It reminds you that you have the choice to focus on positive thoughts and experiences. Mindfulness can also help you develop self-compassion. When we're depressed, we can be our harshest critics. Mindfulness teaches us to treat ourselves with the same kindness we would offer a friend. If you make a mistake or feel down, instead of berating yourself, try to respond with understanding and compassion. Say to yourself, "It's okay to feel this way. I am human, and it's normal to have ups and downs." This gentle approach nurtures a healthier relationship with yourself. Another powerful aspect of mindfulness is its ability to enhance your enjoyment of everyday activities. When you practice being present, even mundane tasks can become meaningful. Whether you're eating a meal, taking a walk, or washing the dishes, focus on the sensations, sounds, and smells around you. Engaging fully in these moments can bring joy and appreciation into your life, counteracting feelings of sadness. It's also helpful to incorporate mindfulness into your interactions with others. When you have conversations, be fully present. Listen attentively without planning your response in advance. This practice deepens your connections with others, allowing you to experience more joy and understanding in your relationships. To strengthen your mindfulness practice, consider setting aside specific times each day to practice. You might start your morning with a few minutes of mindful breathing or end your day with a reflective meditation. These moments can anchor your day, reminding you to return to the present whenever life feels overwhelming. As you embark on this journey of mindfulness, remember that it's okay to start small. You don't need to master it overnight. With each practice, you'll build your skills and deepen your awareness. Over time, mindfulness can become a natural part of your life, providing you with the tools to combat depression effectively. In moments of sadness, pause and take a breath. Remember that you have the power to return to the present moment. Each breath is an opportunity to begin again. As you cultivate mindfulness, you'll find that the weight of depression begins to lift. You'll learn to embrace life as it comes, allowing joy and peace to enter your heart. By nurturing this practice, you are not just combating depression. You are also enriching your life with deeper connections and a greater appreciation for the beauty around you. As the Buddha taught, the mind is everything. What you think, you become. Let mindfulness guide your thoughts and watch as you transform your experience of life. Detachment from suffering, letting go of emotional pain. In our lives, we often hold on to pain as if it defines who we are. Emotions like sadness, anger, and frustration can feel overwhelming, like heavy stones weighing us down. But what if we could learn to let go of this emotional baggage? In Buddhism, we understand that much of our suffering comes from attachment, our strong emotional connections to people, experiences, and even thoughts. Imagine walking through a beautiful garden. As you admire the flowers, you notice a thorny bush nearby. Instead of moving closer to enjoy its beauty, you feel a prick from the thorns. In this way, holding on to painful emotions is like clinging to that thorny bush. It can hurt us, yet we find it hard to walk away because we think we need to stay connected to our pain. Detachment does not mean we stop caring or stop feeling. Rather, it means recognizing our feelings for what they are, temporary experiences that come and go. Just like the weather changes, our emotions can change too. By understanding this, we can begin to view our pain from a distance, like watching clouds float by in the sky. We do not have to let those clouds define our day. To practice detachment, start by acknowledging your feelings without judgment. If you feel sad, say to yourself, "I'm experiencing sadness right now." This simple recognition can create space between you and your emotions. It allows you to observe your feelings rather than be consumed by them. Over time, this practice can help you realize that you are not your emotions. You are the one experiencing them. Next, consider the concept of impermanence, a core teaching in Buddhism. Everything in life is constantly changing. Our thoughts, our feelings, and even our circumstances. Just as flowers bloom and fade, so too do our emotional states. When you embrace the idea of impermanence, you begin to understand that no feeling lasts forever. By remembering that your pain is temporary, you can reduce its power over you. Let's take a moment to explore a simple yet powerful technique called mindfulness meditation. Find a quiet place where you can sit comfortably. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in, filling your lungs with air. As you breathe out, imagine letting go of a burden, a painful thought, or a negative feeling. Visualize it drifting away like a leaf floating down a stream. With each breath, allow yourself to release more and more of what weighs you down. If thoughts about your pain arise, acknowledge them, but then gently return your focus to your breath. This practice helps cultivate a sense of detachment and allows you to experience emotions without becoming overwhelmed by them. Another essential aspect of detachment is learning to let go of expectations. When we cling to specific outcomes, we set ourselves up for disappointment. For example, you might expect a friend to behave a certain way or for a situation to turn out perfectly. When things don't go as planned, it can lead to feelings of frustration and sadness. Instead, try to approach each moment with openness and curiosity. By letting go of rigid expectations, you create space for new possibilities and experiences. You may find that the unexpected can bring joy and opportunities for growth. As you work on letting go of emotional pain, remember the importance of self-compassion. It's okay to feel hurt or sad. Allow yourself to sit with those feelings without rushing to change them. Treat yourself with the same kindness you would offer a friend in a similar situation. Acknowledge your suffering and remind yourself that it's part of being human. Embracing self-compassion can help you navigate your emotions with greater ease. It can also be helpful to engage in activities that foster joy and connection. When we feel down, it's easy to withdraw from others. But reaching out and sharing experiences with loved ones can lift our spirits. Spend time with friends, go for a walk in nature, or engage in a creative hobby. These positive interactions can remind us of the beauty in life and help us detach from negative emotions. In addition, practicing gratitude can significantly shift your perspective. Take a moment each day to reflect on the things you are grateful for. Write them down in a journal or share them with someone close to you. Focusing on what you appreciate can help rewire your brain to notice the positive aspects of life, reducing the grip of emotional pain. Finally, consider the power of forgiveness. Holding on to resentment or grudges can cause significant suffering. Forgiveness does not mean condoning harmful actions. It means releasing the hold that anger has on you. When you forgive, you free yourself from the weight of bitterness, allowing space for healing and growth. Detaching from emotional pain is a journey, not a destination. It takes time and practice to develop this skill. Be patient with yourself and remember that it's okay to seek support along the way. Whether through friends, family, or professional help, reaching out can provide you with the encouragement you need to navigate your emotions. As we continue exploring the teachings of Buddhism, remember that letting go is a powerful step towards liberation from suffering. By embracing detachment, you open the door to a life filled with greater peace, joy, and resilience. The middle way, balancing emotions to find inner peace. Life can often feel like a roller coaster, with ups and downs that can overwhelm us. We experience joy, sadness, excitement, and frustration, sometimes all in a single day. This fluctuation can lead us to extremes. Either we chase after happiness relentlessly, or we sink into despair when things don't go our way. In Buddhism, we learn about the concept of the middle way, which teaches us how to balance our emotions and find a path to inner peace. The middle way is not about suppressing our feelings or pretending everything is fine when it's not. It's about acknowledging our emotions without letting them control us. When we feel happy, we can enjoy that happiness, but we should also remember that it won't last forever. Similarly, when we feel sad or angry, we must understand that these feelings are also temporary. They are part of being human. Imagine you are walking along the path. If you veer too far to the left, you may fall into the pit of despair. If you veer too far to the right, you may chase after fleeting pleasures that don't bring true happiness. The middle way invites us to walk a balanced path, where we can appreciate joy without becoming attached to it, and recognize sadness without being consumed by it. One way to practice the middle way is through mindfulness. When we practice mindfulness, we become aware of our thoughts and feelings without judgment. For example, if you're feeling anxious, instead of pushing that feeling away, take a moment to sit quietly and observe it. Ask yourself, what is this feeling trying to teach me? By doing this, we can learn to respond to our emotions with compassion rather than fear or avoidance. Another important aspect of the middle way is understanding that it's okay to seek help. Sometimes, we try to handle everything on our own, believing we must be strong and self-sufficient. But just as a flower needs sunlight and water to bloom, we also need support from others. Whether it's talking to a friend, seeking guidance from a teacher, or connecting with a community, asking for help is a part of finding balance. Balancing our emotions also means recognizing when we are holding on to negativity. It's easy to get stuck in a loop of negative thoughts, like replaying a hurtful comment or dwelling on a mistake. In those moments, we can practice letting go. Imagine those thoughts as leaves floating down a stream. Instead of gripping tightly, allow them to drift away. This practice of releasing negativity creates space for positive emotions to flourish. In Buddhism, we also learn the importance of acceptance. Accepting our emotions doesn't mean we resign ourselves to them. Rather, it means we recognize them as they are without trying to change or deny them. This acceptance is a powerful tool. It helps us respond to our feelings more skillfully. When we accept our sadness or frustration, we can move through it more easily, rather than being trapped by it. Finding balance also requires us to cultivate joy in simple things. Often, we think happiness comes from big achievements or grand experiences. However, true happiness can be found in the small, everyday moments. Enjoying a warm cup of tea, watching a sunset, or spending time with loved ones can all bring joy into our lives. By focusing on these small pleasures, we create a more stable foundation of happiness. Meditation is another key practice that helps us find balance. Through meditation, we can cultivate a sense of calm and clarity, allowing us to observe our emotions without getting swept away by them. Start with just a few minutes each day, focusing on your breath. When thoughts arise, acknowledge them without judgment and gently return to your breath. This practice can help us become more aware of our emotional patterns and give us the tools to respond with equanimity. Another important aspect of the middle way is the understanding of impermanence. Everything in life is constantly changing. Our emotions, circumstances, and experiences will ebb and flow. When we fully grasp this truth, we can approach life with greater ease. Rather than clinging to moments of happiness or resisting moments of sadness, we learn to ride the waves of life with grace. Finally, let's remember that finding balance is a journey, not a destination. It takes practice and patience. There will be days when we feel more in balance and days when we feel out of sync. That's okay. Each moment offers us a chance to learn and grow. By embracing the middle way, we cultivate resilience and an open heart, allowing us to navigate life's ups and downs with a sense of peace. So, as you continue on your path, remember that you have the power to find balance in your emotions. Embrace the middle way, practice mindfulness, seek support, and cherish the simple joys of life. In doing so, you will uncover a deeper sense of inner peace and well-being. The role of compassion and loving-kindness in healing. Compassion and loving-kindness are powerful forces in our journey towards healing, especially when dealing with depression. At the heart of Buddhism lies the understanding that we are all interconnected. When we suffer, it is often because we feel isolated from others. By practicing compassion for ourselves and others, we can break down those walls of loneliness and start to heal. Imagine feeling heavy with sadness and thinking that no one understands you. In those moments, it's easy to feel like you're alone in your pain. But when you extend compassion to yourself, you acknowledge your struggles without judgment. You remind yourself that it's okay to feel this way. Just like the way you would comfort a friend who is going through a tough time, you can offer that same kindness to yourself. This is the first step toward healing. Now, let's explore how loving-kindness meditation can be a tool for this journey. Loving-kindness meditation, or metta in Pali, is a practice where you send positive thoughts and wishes to yourself and others. Start by finding a quiet place to sit comfortably. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. Begin by focusing on yourself. Silently repeat phrases like, "May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be safe. May I live with ease." As you say these phrases, feel the warmth of your own compassion wrapping around you like a cozy blanket. Allow yourself to feel the kindness you are sending inward. This is not selfish, it's necessary. You can't pour from an empty cup. By nurturing yourself with loving kindness, you build a foundation that allows you to extend compassion to others. Once you feel comfortable sending love to yourself, you can gradually extend this practice to others. Think of someone you care about, perhaps a family member or a close friend. Visualize them in your mind and repeat the same phrases. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. May you live with ease. As you send these wishes, notice how your heart opens a little more. You may even find it easier to feel compassion for them than for yourself at first. That's perfectly okay. Let that feeling wash over you. This practice helps cultivate empathy and reminds you that everyone has their struggles. We are all part of this human experience, filled with joys and pains. After you've sent loving kindness to your loved ones, you can extend it to others, people you may not know personally. Think of a neighbor or someone in your community. Send them the same loving phrases. Then, expand it to include those who might be challenging for you, even if you feel anger or resentment towards them. This is where true growth happens. Finally, broaden your loving kindness to include all living beings. Imagine the world around you filled with warmth and kindness. Wish happiness and peace for everyone on the planet. This universal compassion creates a ripple effect. When we foster compassion within ourselves, it spreads outwards, touching the lives of others. It's important to remember that compassion is a practice, not a destination. It will take time and patience. Some days, you may feel overwhelmed, and that's okay. Just return to your breath and your loving kindness phrases. With consistent practice, you'll notice a change in how you perceive yourself and others. You'll become more open and understanding, both to your feelings and to the feelings of those around you. Compassion also encourages us to take action. When we see someone struggling, our compassionate hearts may prompt us to offer help. Whether it's a kind word, a listening ear, or even volunteering our time, these actions are extensions of our loving kindness practice. When we engage with the world in this way, we not only support others, but also find a sense of purpose ourselves. In times of darkness, compassion can be a light. When we face our own struggles with depression, it's essential to surround ourselves with those who uplift us. Share your feelings with trusted friends or family. Talk about your experiences and allow them to offer their compassion. Just as you practice sending love to others, let their loving kindness flow back to you. Accepting help can be just as crucial as giving it. Remember, healing is not a linear path. There will be ups and downs, and that's perfectly normal. Some days, you might feel that compassion flows effortlessly, while on other days, it might seem challenging. Be gentle with yourself. Each moment is an opportunity to practice. Celebrate the small victories, whether it's feeling a little lighter or reaching out to a friend. Each step counts. Lastly, as you navigate through your healing journey, keep in mind that compassion and loving kindness start within. By nurturing yourself with these values, you will gradually find the strength to embrace the world around you with open arms. Every act of kindness, no matter how small, contributes to a more compassionate world. And as you foster compassion, you will discover that it has the power to transform not only your life, but also the lives of others. So, take a moment today to practice compassion and loving kindness. Reflect on how you can integrate these principles into your daily life. Remember, it's not just about alleviating your own suffering. It's about creating a world filled with love and understanding. Embrace this journey and watch how it brings light into your life and the lives of those around you. Meditation techniques to alleviate depression. In our journey through life, we often encounter challenges that can weigh heavily on our hearts and minds. Depression can feel like a heavy cloud, blocking the sunlight of joy and peace. But just as a cloud eventually passes, so too can the weight of depression be lifted through simple and powerful meditation techniques rooted in Buddhist practice. Meditation is not just about sitting in silence. It is a practice that invites us to explore the depths of our mind and reconnect with our true selves. The first step in this journey is finding a comfortable and quiet space where you can sit without distractions. This space can be as simple as a corner of your room or a peaceful spot in nature. As you settle in, close your eyes gently. Take a deep breath in through your nose, feeling your chest rise and your belly expand. Hold that breath for a moment. Then, exhale slowly through your mouth, releasing any tension or worry you may be holding. Repeat this breathing pattern a few times. With each breath, imagine inhaling calm and clarity and exhaling stress and negativity. Now, turn your attention to your body. Notice how it feels. Are there areas of tightness or discomfort? Rather than trying to change anything, simply observe. Acknowledge those feelings without judgment. This practice of awareness is key. It helps us understand our emotions and can gently guide us away from the shadows of depression. Once you feel settled in your body, shift your focus to your breath. With each inhale and exhale, visualize your breath as a gentle wave. Picture it washing over you, cleansing your mind and heart. If your thoughts begin to wander, that's perfectly okay. It's natural for the mind to be busy. When you notice your thoughts drifting, gently bring your focus back to your breath. This act of returning is the essence of meditation. It teaches us patience and self-compassion. Another powerful technique is the loving kindness meditation, metta. This practice encourages us to cultivate love and kindness, first towards ourselves, then expanding outward to others. Begin by repeating phrases silently to yourself, such as, "May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be safe." May I live with ease. Allow these words to fill your heart. Feel the warmth of kindness wrapping around you like a soft blanket. After a few minutes, extend this loving kindness to someone you care about. It could be a family member, a friend, or even a pet. Repeat the phrases for them. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. May you live with ease. As you send these wishes, visualize them enveloping that person in love and compassion. Now, think of someone you find challenging, someone you might feel anger or resentment toward. It can be tough, but this is where real transformation happens. Silently repeat the same phrases for them. May you be happy. May you be healthy. This practice of loving kindness helps to dissolve feelings of negativity, allowing your heart to open and heal. You may also find solace in guided meditations. These can be found in various forms, from recordings to apps, and they can offer you a structured way to practice. Guided meditations often lead you through relaxing visualizations, helping you focus on positive imagery and feelings. As you explore these different meditation techniques, consistency is key. Set aside a few minutes each day to practice. Even 5 to 10 minutes can be transformative. Over time, you will notice a shift in how you respond to stressors and emotional challenges. You will cultivate a sense of inner peace that helps counteract feelings of depression. In addition to formal meditation, consider incorporating mindfulness into your daily activities. Whether you are eating, walking, or washing dishes, try to be fully present in that moment. Notice the sensations, smells, and sounds around you. This practice of mindfulness can ground you, reminding you that life unfolds in the present, not in worries about the future or regrets from the past. Sometimes, depression can create a sense of isolation. You may feel like no one understands what you're going through. But remember, the practice of meditation connects you to a greater community of beings who are also seeking peace and healing. When you meditate, you join countless others who are working to cultivate compassion, wisdom, and happiness. Finally, be gentle with yourself. Meditation is a practice, and like any practice, it takes time to develop. There may be days when it feels difficult, and that's okay. Celebrate small victories, and don't judge yourself harshly. Each moment you spend in meditation is a step toward healing. By integrating these meditation techniques into your daily routine, you can create a powerful ally against depression. Embrace the journey of self-discovery and allow the teachings of Buddhism to guide you toward a more peaceful, joyful existence. Remember, every moment is a new opportunity to connect with your inner self and cultivate happiness. Finding purpose and meaning through Buddhist wisdom. In our lives, we often find ourselves asking, what is the purpose of it all? Or, why am I here? These questions can sometimes lead us to feel lost or overwhelmed. But in Buddhism, finding purpose is an essential part of the journey toward happiness and peace. Imagine you are in a vast forest. At first, it feels confusing and chaotic. You might wonder which way to go. But as you start to walk and pay attention to your surroundings, you begin to see paths that lead you to beautiful clearings. This is similar to finding your purpose. When we engage with life mindfully, we can discover the paths that resonate with us. In Buddhism, the concept of Dharma plays a crucial role in understanding our purpose. Dharma refers to the teachings of the Buddha and the moral order of the universe. It guides us in understanding our responsibilities and roles in life. Each of us has a unique Dharma, which can be understood as our personal truth. This truth helps us navigate our lives with intention and clarity. Finding your Dharma can be a process of self-discovery. It starts by being aware of your feelings and thoughts. What makes you feel alive? What are your passions? Reflect on moments when you felt a deep sense of joy or fulfillment. These moments often hold clues to your purpose. Once you identify what brings you joy, ask yourself how you can incorporate these elements into your daily life. For example, if you love helping others, consider volunteering or offering your skills to those in need. If you find peace in nature, make time to spend outside, whether through hiking or simply sitting in a park. Each small step you take toward living your truth adds meaning to your life. Another key aspect of purpose in Buddhism is the concept of interconnectedness. We are all part of a larger whole. Your actions, no matter how small, contribute to the well-being of others. Understanding this can shift your perspective. When you see your life as part of a bigger tapestry, it becomes easier to find meaning in your experiences. Consider the idea of the Bodhisattva, an enlightened being who seeks to help all sentient beings achieve enlightenment. The Bodhisattva's journey is not just about personal gain. It's about service to others. By adopting a similar mindset, we can find deeper fulfillment. Instead of focusing solely on ourselves, we can dedicate our lives to uplifting others. This shift in focus not only helps others, but also enriches our own lives. Moreover, challenges and hardships can also lead us to our purpose. Many people find that their struggles reveal their true calling. If you face difficulties, reflect on what you learned from those experiences. How can you use your story to inspire and guide others? Buddhism teaches that suffering can be transformed into wisdom. By embracing your challenges, you can discover strength and resilience you never knew you had. This transformation often leads to a clearer understanding of your purpose. As you explore your purpose, mindfulness plays a vital role. Mindfulness helps you stay present and aware of your thoughts and feelings. By practicing mindfulness, you can observe what truly matters to you without distraction. This clarity allows you to make choices that align with your purpose. To cultivate mindfulness, consider setting aside time each day for meditation or quiet reflection. Find a comfortable space where you can sit quietly and focus on your breath. If your mind wanders, gently bring it back to your breath. This practice helps train your mind to be more aware of the present moment and your inner desires. Engaging with your community is another way to find purpose. Join groups or activities that align with your interests. Whether it's a yoga class, a book club, or a volunteer organization, connecting with like-minded individuals can provide inspiration and support. Sharing your journey with others fosters a sense of belonging and can lead to meaningful relationships. In addition, creating goals based on your passions and values can help you stay focused on your purpose. Write down what you hope to achieve and the steps you need to take. Remember that your goals can evolve over time. Stay flexible and open to new experiences that may guide you further along your path. It's important to remember that finding your purpose is not a race. It's a journey that unfolds over time. Be patient with yourself as you explore different paths. Allow yourself the space to grow and change. Each experience, whether positive or negative, contributes to your understanding of your purpose. Lastly, be kind to yourself. It's easy to fall into self-doubt or feel lost at times. When this happens, remind yourself that everyone is on their own journey. Just like the forest has many paths, so too do our lives. Trust that you are exactly where you need to be at this moment. As you delve into Buddhist wisdom and reflect on your own life, remember that the search for purpose is a beautiful process. Embrace it with an open heart and a curious mind. By aligning your actions with your true self and serving others, you will cultivate a deeper sense of meaning and fulfillment in your life. Finding purpose is not just about what you do, it's about who you are. Embrace your uniqueness, honor your journey, and step forward with courage and compassion. The more you engage with life and seek your truth, the more you will illuminate your path and the paths of those around you. Overcoming negative thoughts with right view and right intention. In our lives, we often encounter negative thoughts. These thoughts can weigh us down, cloud our minds, and make it hard to see the beauty around us. But what if I told you that there's a way to overcome these negative thoughts using simple Buddhist principles? Today, we'll explore the concepts of right view and right intention, and how they can help us change our thinking patterns for the better. Understanding right view. First, let's talk about right view. In Buddhism, right view is the ability to see things as they truly are. It's about understanding life, suffering, and the nature of our thoughts. When we have a right view, we begin to realize that our thoughts are not facts. They are just fleeting moments in our mind. This understanding can help us separate ourselves from the negativity that often invades our thoughts. Think about a time when you felt overwhelmed by negativity. Perhaps you faced a difficult situation and your mind started to spiral. You might have thought, "I can't do this," or "things will never get better." These thoughts can create a cycle of despair, but with right view, we can recognize them for what they are, mere thoughts, not truths. We learn that they do not define who we are or our future. By observing our thoughts without judgment, we begin to detach from them, reducing their power over us. Cultivating right intention. Next, let's discuss right intention. This principle encourages us to cultivate thoughts and intentions that are positive and uplifting. Right intention is about setting our mind on kindness, compassion, and love. It means choosing to respond to challenges with a mindset of growth and understanding rather than fear and negativity. Imagine you wake up feeling anxious about the day ahead. Instead of letting those feelings take control, practice setting a positive intention. You might say to yourself, "Today, I will choose to be kind to myself and others. I will face challenges with courage and curiosity." By consciously setting these intentions, you align your thoughts with positivity and open the door to a more peaceful mindset. The power of awareness. One of the most powerful tools in overcoming negative thoughts is mindfulness. Mindfulness allows us to observe our thoughts without becoming attached to them. It helps us recognize when negativity arises and gives us the space to respond thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively. When we practice mindfulness, we become aware of our thoughts as they come and go, much like clouds passing through the sky. Try this simple exercise. Take a few minutes each day to sit quietly and focus on your breath. When negative thoughts arise, acknowledge them without judgment. You might say to yourself, "I see you, negative thought, but you do not control me." This practice helps you cultivate a habit of observing your thoughts rather than getting lost in them. Transforming negative thoughts. To transform negative thoughts into something more positive, we can use the practice of reframing. Reframing means changing our perspective on a situation. Instead of thinking, "I always fail," try reframing it to, "I am learning and growing from my experiences." This shift in perspective can create a powerful impact on how we feel and respond to challenges. Additionally, surrounding ourselves with positive influences can help us cultivate right view and right intention. Spend time with supportive friends and family who uplift you. Engage with books, music, or activities that inspire positivity and joy. By filling our lives with positivity, we create an environment where negative thoughts struggle to take root. The journey of self-compassion. As we work on overcoming negative thoughts, it's essential to practice self-compassion. Be gentle with yourself during this journey. Understand that everyone experiences negative thoughts from time to time. Instead of criticizing yourself for having these thoughts, treat yourself with the same kindness you would offer to a friend. When you find yourself caught in a spiral of negativity, pause and ask yourself, "What would I tell a loved one in this situation?" Often, we are much kinder to others than we are to ourselves. By nurturing self-compassion, we can start to break the cycle of negative thinking and replace it with a more loving and understanding mindset. Creating a positive habit. Finally, creating positive habits can significantly impact how we manage our thoughts. Incorporate simple practices into your daily routine that promote positivity and mindfulness. Whether it's journaling, meditation, or spending time in nature, find activities that resonate with you and help reinforce a positive mindset. For instance, consider keeping a gratitude journal. Each day, write down 3 things you are grateful for. This practice shifts your focus from what's wrong in your life to what's going well. Over time, you'll notice a change in your overall perspective. In summary, overcoming negative thoughts is a journey that requires practice and patience. By cultivating right view and right intention, we can change our relationship with our thoughts. Remember, our thoughts do not define us. They are just a part of the human experience. With mindfulness, self-compassion, and positive habits, we can transform our minds and, in turn, our lives. Embrace this journey and let go of negativity, inviting in light and joy instead. Cultivating gratitude and joy in daily life. In the journey of life, it is easy to get caught up in the whirlwind of problems, stress, and negativity. We often focus on what is lacking rather than what we have. However, cultivating gratitude can transform our perspective and fill our hearts with joy. When we appreciate the small things, we open the door to happiness. Start each day with a moment of reflection. Before you even get out of bed, take a deep breath and think about 3 things you are grateful for. They can be as simple as the warmth of your blanket, the sound of birds outside your window, or the fact that you have another day to experience life. This practice sets a positive tone for your day and helps you see the beauty in the ordinary. Gratitude is not just a fleeting emotion. It is a practice that requires effort and intention. Throughout the day, remind yourself of the things that bring you joy. When you eat, take a moment to appreciate the flavors and nourishment that food provides. When you walk outside, notice the beauty of nature, the vibrant colors, the gentle breeze, and the sunshine. These small moments, when acknowledged, can bring immense joy. In Buddhism, we learn about the concept of mudita, which means sympathetic joy. It encourages us to take delight in the happiness of others. When a friend shares good news, instead of feeling envy or jealousy, celebrate their success. This shift in perspective not only strengthens our connections with others, but also fosters a sense of joy within ourselves. When we genuinely rejoice in others' happiness, we create a community of positivity and support. Writing a gratitude journal can also be a powerful tool. Take a few minutes each evening to jot down what you appreciated that day. It can be anything: a kind word from a stranger, a moment of laughter with a friend, or simply a beautiful sunset. As you write, you will find that your list grows, and soon, you will be focusing on abundance rather than scarcity. This practice can transform your mindset and create a reservoir of positive experiences to draw upon in difficult times. Mindfulness plays a crucial role in cultivating gratitude. When we are present in the moment, we become aware of the small joys that surround us. Try to engage your senses fully. When drinking tea, savor the warmth of the cup in your hands, the aroma of the leaves, and the taste as it touches your lips. This mindfulness helps us appreciate the simple pleasures in life, leading to a more profound sense of gratitude. Sometimes, life can feel heavy, and it's challenging to find joy. In such moments, focus on acts of kindness. Helping others not only benefits them, but also lifts our spirits. Whether it's volunteering at a local charity or simply offering a smile to someone, these small acts can create ripples of joy in our lives, in the lives of others. When we give, we often receive much more in return. Letting go of expectations is another vital aspect of cultivating gratitude. We often feel disappointment when reality does not meet our expectations. By releasing these expectations, we can appreciate things as they are, rather than how we wish they would be. This acceptance opens us to joy in the present moment. Buddhism teaches us the importance of impermanence. Everything in life is temporary, including our struggles. Recognizing that our current feelings of sadness or frustration will not last forever can help us embrace gratitude for the good moments that come our way. Even during tough times, there are lessons to be learned, and finding gratitude in those lessons can bring about a sense of peace. Lastly, surround yourself with positivity. Engage with people who inspire you and encourage gratitude and joy. Share your experiences with friends or family, and create an environment where gratitude is valued. The energy of those around us can greatly influence our mindset, so choose to be around those who uplift you. In summary, cultivating gratitude is a transformative practice that can lead to greater joy in our lives. By focusing on the positive, celebrating the happiness of others, and practicing mindfulness, we can shift our perspective and invite more joy into our daily experiences. Remember, joy is not just a destination. It is a journey we can embark on every day. The importance of Sangha, community support and healing. Let me share with you something that is often overlooked but incredibly powerful: the importance of community, or what we call in Buddhism, Sangha. Many of us believe that the battle with depression, sadness, and despair is something we must face alone. We think it's our burden to carry, and we isolate ourselves, feeling that no one will truly understand what we're going through. But the truth is, healing doesn't happen in isolation. Healing happens when we connect with others, when we share our burdens, and when we allow ourselves to be supported by a community. In Buddhism, Sangha is one of the three jewels: the Buddha, the Dharma, teachings, and the Sangha. It refers to a group of people who come together to practice, learn, and support each other on the path of spiritual growth. While this may sound formal, the idea is simple. We need people in our lives who share the same goals, values, and struggles. These people are not just casual acquaintances. They are individuals who walk the same path and are willing to uplift you when you falter. Now, you may ask, how can community help with depression? How can being around others truly heal the wounds inside us? Shared understanding and connection. When you are part of a community, especially one grounded in compassion and mindfulness like a Buddhist Sangha, you are not just with people. You are with people who have faced similar challenges and have found ways to deal with them. Depression often makes us feel alone, as if no one else could possibly understand the depth of our pain. But when you hear someone else share their struggles, it becomes clear. You are not the only one. Your pain is not unique, and that is liberating, not because it minimizes what you're going through, but because it shows you that others have walked this path and found peace. You don't have to walk it alone. The emotional and spiritual support. When you are part of a sangha, the emotional and spiritual support you receive is profound. Others in the community can offer a kind word, a listening ear, or just their presence. Sometimes, just knowing that someone is there, walking alongside you, is enough to lighten the load you carry. The support of a community helps to hold you up when you feel like falling, reminding you that you are valued, loved, and seen. In depression, we often feel invisible or unworthy of love. The Sangha can help remind you of your worth. This support doesn't always come in the form of grand gestures. Often, it's something as simple as sitting together in silence, meditating, or sharing a meal mindfully. It's these small, consistent acts of presence and care that slowly chip away at the heavy burden of sadness. The Sangha is there not to fix you, but to remind you that you're not broken and that healing is possible. Practicing together for healing. In a Sangha, you don't just talk about healing, you practice it together. Whether it's through meditation, chanting, or discussions on the Dharma, the teachings of the Buddha, you are actively engaging in practices that bring clarity, peace, and healing to your mind and heart. When you meditate with others, the collective energy of mindfulness is far stronger than when you meditate alone. It's as if you are being held in a warm, compassionate embrace by the group's shared intention for peace and healing. Meditation is a powerful tool in overcoming depression, but it can sometimes be difficult to practice alone, especially when your mind is clouded with sadness or despair. In the Sangha, however, you have the encouragement and strength of others to keep you grounded. Their presence helps you focus, and in turn, your presence supports them. This mutual support creates a circle of healing that is much more powerful than what any of us could achieve on our own. Learning from others' wisdom. The Sangha is a place where wisdom is shared. Every person in the community, regardless of their level of practice, has something valuable to offer. Sometimes, the wisdom you need may come from someone you least expect. A simple comment, a story, or even a quiet action by someone in your Sangha can open your eyes to new perspectives and help you see your situation in a different light. Depression often narrows our focus, making it difficult to see beyond our immediate pain. But the shared experiences of others in the Sangha can help expand your view, allowing you to see solutions or paths forward that you hadn't considered before. This exchange of wisdom isn't one-sided. You, too, have experiences and insights that can benefit others. By sharing your story, your struggles, and even your moments of victory, you contribute to the collective healing of the community. In Buddhism, it's often said that when you help others, you are helping yourself. This is true within the Sangha. The act of giving support to others not only strengthens the community, but also deepens your own healing. Accountability and growth. Being part of a Sangha also holds you accountable in your healing journey. It's easy to fall into patterns of avoidance or apathy when dealing with depression. We often feel too exhausted or too overwhelmed to take action, even when we know what might help us feel better. But in a community, there is gentle encouragement to keep going. The Sangha doesn't judge or pressure you, but simply by being around others who are actively working on their own growth and healing, you are inspired to do the same. Seeing others making progress on their path reminds you that change is possible. And when you witness the compassion, patience, and perseverance of your fellow Sangha members, you are encouraged to apply those same qualities to yourself. You realize that healing is not about rushing or forcing anything. It's about taking small, mindful steps forward, supported by the wisdom and kindness of those around you. A sense of belonging. One of the most damaging aspects of depression is the feeling of being disconnected from ourselves, from others, and from life. Depression isolates us, making us feel as though we don't belong anywhere. But in a Sangha, you are reminded that you are not alone. You belong to something larger than yourself. A community of people who care about your well-being and want to see you thrive. This sense of belonging can be deeply healing. It helps to restore your faith in humanity and, more importantly, in yourself. When you see others going through similar struggles and yet still showing up, still practicing, still supporting each other, it sparks hope. And hope is a powerful antidote to depression. Moving forward together. Healing from depression is not a linear journey. There will be days when you feel strong and days when the sadness seems overwhelming. But when you are part of a sangha, you don't have to face these ups and downs alone. You move forward together, supporting each other through the tough times and celebrating the small victories along the way. The sangha reminds you that healing is not something you have to achieve on your own. It's a collective process made possible by the love, wisdom, and compassion of those around you. So, if you find yourself feeling lost, remember that you don't have to walk this path alone. Reach out to your community, your sangha, and let their presence guide you back to the peace and joy that is always within reach. In Buddhism, we are taught that the path to enlightenment is walked together, not in isolation. Depression tries to convince us that we are alone in our suffering, but the truth is, we are never truly alone. When we open ourselves up to the support of the sangha, we find the strength, wisdom, and love we need to heal. A lasting path to happiness, sustaining positive change. We've come to the final part of our journey together. It is truly a special moment. You have traveled a long path, learning and reflecting on deep truths from Buddhist teachings. But now comes the most important question. How do you sustain all that you've learned and make lasting changes in your life? Change is never easy, but with consistency and commitment, it's possible. You may have experienced moments of peace and clarity while practicing mindfulness, compassion, and other teachings. But how do you ensure that these moments aren't fleeting, that they become part of your daily life? Let's talk about that today. We all have our ups and downs, don't we? Life can be unpredictable. Some days feel light and joyful, while others are heavy and challenging. Even as you work towards overcoming depression and negative thoughts, those feelings might resurface now and then. This is perfectly normal, but don't let it discourage you. What matters is how you respond to those moments. In Buddhism, we learn that every thought and action plants a seed. The seeds we nurture, whether positive or negative, will grow into the fruits we experience in life. So, the key to sustaining positive change is consistency. You must keep planting the right seeds every day, even when you don't feel like it. It's not about achieving perfection, but about practicing small, meaningful steps each day. Think about your breathing practices, for example. Have you been practicing mindful breathing? When you feel overwhelmed, stopping for just a moment to focus on your breath can make all the difference. A single deep breath can reconnect you to the present moment and shift your perspective. So, don't underestimate the power of this simple practice. Keep doing it, especially when you feel lost or stressed. Now, I know you may wonder, will these practices truly last? The answer is yes, but only if you make them a part of your life. Consider mindfulness. The more you practice being mindful in everything you do, whether eating, walking, or speaking, the more natural it will become. Eventually, mindfulness won't be something you have to remind yourself to do. It will become part of who you are. But sustaining positive change isn't just about meditation and mindfulness. It's also about the choices you make every day. Buddhism teaches us about the middle way, finding balance in everything we do. Avoid extremes, whether in work, rest, or relationships. This balance helps you stay grounded and prevents burnout, which can lead to feelings of depression returning. Another key to lasting happiness is compassion, both for yourself and for others. When you show yourself kindness, especially on tough days, you break the cycle of self-criticism. Remember, you don't have to be perfect. Everyone has struggles, and it's okay to feel down sometimes. What matters is how you treat yourself during those times. Instead of beating yourself up, try to be gentle. Acknowledge your feelings and give yourself permission to take things one step at a time. And of course, extend this compassion to others as well. When you help others, when you share kindness, you create positive energy that flows back into your life. Have you noticed how good it feels to do something nice for someone? That's because compassion creates a ripple effect. The more you give, the more peace and happiness you create for yourself. You've also learned about gratitude throughout this journey. Let's revisit that for a moment. Gratitude is one of the simplest yet most powerful practices you can use to sustain happiness. Every day, take a moment to reflect on the things you are grateful for. no matter how small. It could be as simple as a warm meal, a kind word, or even the feeling of sunshine on your skin. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's missing to what's present, and this shift in perspective can help you maintain a positive mindset, even on challenging days. Now, let's not forget the importance of community, or sangha, as we call it in Buddhism. Surrounding yourself with supportive people makes a big difference. Having a community that shares your values and encourages your growth helps you stay committed to positive change. It's easier to stay on the path when you're not walking it alone. Whether it's friends, family, or a spiritual group, find those who uplift you and keep you accountable. Remember, it's okay to ask for help when you need it. I'd also like to remind you about right speech and right action. These are parts of the Eightfold Path and crucial for sustaining positive change. The words you speak and the actions you take not only impact those around you, but also reflect back on your inner world. When you speak kindly and act with integrity, you reinforce positivity in your own life. So be mindful of what you say and do, and let your words and actions be aligned with your values. As you move forward, be patient with yourself. Deep, lasting change doesn't happen overnight. It's a gradual process, like the slow blooming of a flower. There will be setbacks, and that's okay. What's important is that you don't give up. Each day is an opportunity to start fresh, to recommit to your practices, and to nurture your growth. Lastly, let's talk about joy. Yes, joy. Even in the midst of challenges, it's important to find moments of joy. Life isn't just about overcoming hardship, it's also about celebrating the beauty that exists around us. Laugh, smile, and cherish the small moments of happiness. Joy is a natural part of life, and the more you allow yourself to experience it, the easier it will be to maintain a positive outlook. Now, as we bring this series to a close, I want to remind you that this is just the beginning of your journey. The tools you've learned, mindfulness, compassion, gratitude, and balance, are not quick fixes, but lifelong practices. You may not always get it right, and that's okay. What matters is that you keep going, keep practicing, and keep growing. Your path to lasting happiness is not a straight line, but with patience and perseverance, you will get there. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I hope these teachings have brought you peace and clarity, and I encourage you to continue exploring them in your own life. Before we part, I have a final request. There are so many views on this channel, but only 0.2% subscribe. So please, if you found this video helpful, like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel, Wisdom Woven. Your support means a lot and helps us share these valuable teachings with others who may be seeking the same guidance. May you continue to walk the path of peace, happiness, and wisdom.